bucket is messing things up here. That's better. We're going to be doing some germination testing on some seeds today. This is so you can make sure that your seeds are still good. The more seeds that you test, the more accurate your test is going to be. Turn that up a little bit. These are a bunch of hibiscus seeds. These ones are white hibiscus. And I usually like to do 20 at a time for these guys. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's get a whole. So I'm doing this to test to see if the seeds are still good at all, or if the seeds are kind of not as good anymore, the rate that they germinate won't be very good. Which doesn't mean that you can't plant them. It just may mean that you need to plant a bunch of them in order to get a couple to sprout. This one's going a little slow because I haven't cleaned these seeds yet. I just grabbed the closest one next to me. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more. But yeah, to calculate your germination rate, you take, gosh, I want to make sure I say it right. It's the number of seeds that sprouted. Could be divided by how many the total number that you started. And I like to do 20 because it's real easy math. Each one that sprouts is going to be 5%. Did I hit 21? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Nope, I have 18. So that'll be 20. And you want to make sure you press down a bit. Because I need to make good contact with the paper towel. And you want it pretty wet. Oh, I forgot my label. These ones are white from 23. Pink, pink. Gosh, this is not one I already had a label for either. But yeah, I just rolled them up, and then normally I put them in a a metal, I don't know what you call it, like a carry-out tub. I'm out of those now, so I'm just going to be putting them in a plastic tub for now. My metal ones all have seeds that I need to go through and clean in them right now. Put these ones away. Figure out where I'm going to put the done ones too. Okay. What's something that's not hibiscus? I have a bunch of those from a couple different years to go through. These ones are some baby spinach seeds from a spinach plant that I left one winter, just thinking it would die over winter, and it didn't. And in the spring it got huge and went to seed, so I saved the seeds from it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 7, 8. Ooh. Yeah, this was spinach. I think it was called Space. And it's baby spinach. This is from sitting here. Got some tags that I reuse. This was all from just like a plant or two. Filled up this whole bottle, and I've been using it for a couple years to plant spinach, and I've still got plenty of seed left. Don't throw out your seed at the end of the year, because most of them are still good. For a lot of plants, you can save the seeds for a long time. The ones that usually have a shorter shelf life are onions and carrots, and those are sometimes just like a year or two, which stinks because they are biannual plants, so they flower every other year. So it doesn't make sense to me why they would only last a year or two. That seems silly. I don't think they planned that out very well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are cucamelon seeds. Which are, I'm trying to remember if they are technically watermelons or cucumbers, but they taste like teeny tiny cucumbers. And we always have them growing on a little trellis. We haven't had good luck with like pickling them. We tried doing traditional like water bath canning pickles. Also tried to do a quick pickling, because that would be awesome to just have a little grape-sized like dill pickle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 14. So we usually just either just eat them while we're outside snacking on stuff. We used to have them right by the back door. or we've put them just in salads and stuff. But they're like grape-sized cucumbers, essentially. And they take a little while to get going. Five, 6. Right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yep. Get that? But yeah, while I'm doing this, if you guys have any questions about saving seeds, about germination testing, about growing stuff, just let me know. Okay. What else do I have here? Something that's maybe not a hibiscus. Let's do lettuce. And then I'm just using regular old water that comes out of the tap. I don't need bottled or distilled or anything. These ones are some lettuce seeds. And lettuce seeds can either be white or almost like black grayish. Lettuce seeds are actually pretty neat because they come, they spread through the air, so they get kind of like little parachutes, kind of like dandelions, and that's how they get around. Yeah, the black ones, here we go. These ones are the black ones. So those are also lettuce seeds. That other one, the black seeds that I have, they're from a variety called Outrageous Lettuce, which is apparently one of the lettuces that they've grown in outer space, which is pretty neat. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time I did germination testing on my lettuces, I got 100% germination, and it was ridiculous. They sprouted in it was like 48 hours. It was nuts. Like, they're usually pretty quick, but that was ridiculous. And then after I roll them up here, I usually put them under a heat mat, but you don't have to. I'm just wanting to speed things along here. Ideally, you kind of want them to germinate in the same conditions that they would out in the wild. And lettuce is a cool crop, so you don't have to put them under a heat mat. Usually a heat mat is for peppers. I gotta see here if any of these seeds need to be what they call cold stratified, which means you have to simulate winter conditions, which for us usually just means putting it in the fridge for a couple months. Usually just like 1 or 2. Let's see. Yes. Lettuce 21. Keep grabbing ones they don't have tags for. Yeah, you don't need to keep all of your seeds in the fridge. Just need to keep them somewhere where they can stay cool, dark, and dry. So don't keep them in your garage or your shed. Because that's probably going to get too hot or too cold. And also you don't want critters getting in there. Oh goodness. That's messy. If you don't have a heat mat, a lot of people will put their seeds on top of their refrigerator because it'll be nice and cool, and usually, or not cool, it'll be warm from the fridge doing its thing. And then it's usually pretty dark up there. And usually people don't mess with it if it's up there. Your dog's probably not going to tip it over. The cat depends on if your cat likes to get on top of the fridge or not. These are pepper seeds from, what do they call them? Anaheim Chargers. They're big long peppers that are good for like stuffing. And they're not quite as like sweet as like your traditional like green bell pepper, but I don't think they're really hot either. They're definitely not as hot as like a jalapeno or something. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 6, 9, 12, 18, and then whoop. There's a hole in my bottle cap there. If you wanted to, you could test the germination rate by just putting them in dirt and pretending like you're going to plant them and just not plant them when they get bigger. I, however, am a crazy person, and most of these I try to save. Once they sprout, I kind of carefully peel them off the paper towel, or you can leave it attached to the paper towel. It's not going to hurt. But the ones that sprout, I'll take them off the paper towel with like tweezers and put them in a little thing of dirt. What ones survive? And I try to see if they make it until spring. Some of them do, some of them don't. Ooh, oh, that paper towel. I try to keep in mind that they may not all make it, and that's okay. Let's see. Let's do 3, 2. What else we got here? I have that one on there. Pink. Don't have any of those. Man. This soap. It's 21 though. I want 22. There we go. Keep grabbing ones I don't have tags for. I'll reuse these tags. These are tags that most of them have already been out in the garden for a year or more, so they're faded. And then a lot of them have already been written on at least once, but it's so faded you can't see it anymore. And then I like to reuse these from year to year, and then I put them, when I go to actually put them in little pots, I will use the tag that too. These are hyssop seeds. And they are teeny tiny little black seeds. Oop. I think it looks kind of like mouse poop, because they're rounded black things. Oop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I thought when I started collecting these that these were lavender seeds, because they are tiny little purple flowers. And the plant that I bought from a little farmer's market, the tag said lavender. Apparently it is hyssop. And it's real hardy here. It's a little perennial plant. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And they're really cute. But I was wanting to have some lavender, because rumor has it that it helps ward off mosquitoes. So I was trying to plant some right around our deck to help with mosquitoes. Make sure you pat them down, tuck them in. You gotta make good contact with the paper towel. You also gotta be careful. Most seeds don't, but some seeds do need light to germinate. And those are usually teeny tiny seeds, like the ones that are like a grain of sand. I'm not sure that any of these are that. These are more pepper seeds. These ones are Jedi peppers, which are green jalapenos that we've had good luck growing here. And they are, I think, a F1 hybrid, which just means that it's got two different plants that are two different parents. And this is generation 1 of them. Just like you and me are all F1 hybrids of our parents. And can't always save seeds from hybrids. You can save them, but they won't always turn out like the seeds that you planted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They may end up on the second year that you're growing them. If you grow an F1 hybrid and save the seeds, they may lean towards one or the other plant. So it's not always consistent, but a bunch of these big companies that are growing all these hybrids, they've stabilized them because they don't want to do all the work every year. So it says F1 hybrid, but they've grown them out so they're consistent. So you can save them, but may not always get the same thing. It's still going to be edible, but you may also find something better. Yeah, I wasn't having good luck with the other jalapeno seeds that we were trying. I was having real bad luck with peppers in general. They were kind of slow going. A couple years I got some kind of weird pepper disease that I think I got because I grew peppers, didn't have enough in my mind. So I bought a couple at the nursery, and then I think those nursery plants brought in the disease. So then I was like, well, no matter how much I want to, I'm not going to buy the ones at the nursery anymore, just in case. And then it didn't happen anymore. Except for last year, pretty much none of my peppers made it. I had a horrible seed starting year last year. So almost all of the peppers that I grew last year were starts from the nursery. Which is fine, but I'd rather grow my own from seed. But it's nice to support your local nurseries. Okay. I'm gonna try any of these. Those new. Where are those? Not that one. Pink. Let's do another hibiscus here. I've got like 3 or 4 different colors over like 4 years now. But the germination rate's still been good on my oldest seeds. I just always have to double check the hibiscus seeds here because they get little buggies. I look them up. They had some kind of name like hibiscus beetle or something like that, but they're teeny tiny little bugs. They don't hurt anything, but they like to burrow into the seeds. And I don't know if they're trying to hibernate in there or what, but I'm always afraid to spray the flowers with anything because I don't want to kill any pollinators. Don't want to mess up the flower blooming. And like they're fine. Like it's not like they're destroying the flower. They're just eating some of the seeds. So I just have to go through, check each seed, make sure there's not a little bug hole in it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. But hopefully here at the new house, maybe if I start some, they won't find these hibiscuses, at least for a few years. Because that would be great if I didn't have to check all these so much. Give them a nice pat down, tuck them in. You don't want too much water. Don't want it to get all moldy, but they need water to sprout. And then I used to actually tuck them into plastic bags. This is pink. And I would put them in little sandwich or snack size baggies, and I would leave them. I wouldn't seal them. I wouldn't leave it just open, but I wouldn't seal them up because you don't want mold to grow in there. You want a little bit of airflow, in quotes there. So last time though, since I had so many, I just stacked them all together in one of those metal, I don't know what you call. They're almost like disposable carry-out containers. Like if you want to bring a lasagna somewhere, you can make it in there in the oven. Little aluminum pans. And then I just put a layer of not aluminum foil, saran wrap over it. I just laid it on top. I didn't like try to seal it in there. What else we got here? Some more hibiscus. So much hibiscus. This is some dill seed. Which looks a lot like carrot seed because they are related. And we grow dill here, one, to have the dill to put into dill pickles that we make. And because we are a pro pickle household, we also just like to let them go to flower, go to seed, because you get these pretty yellow, called umbra flowers. They look kind of umbrella shaped. And the pollinators love them. So I like to try to time these out so we get a whole bunch of wave of dill around the same time the cucumbers will be ready. And then I just keep planting them throughout the year, so there's always some. You kind of want to do that with cilantro too. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Cilantro likes to bolt or go to seed really quickly. And it's actually a cool season crop, which is weird because we want to have it with our tomatoes for salsa and stuff. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 23, one more. There's one stuck in the cap. There we go. But yeah, for a bunch of the seeds I've collected, I just keep them in random containers. Spice containers, pill bottles. I need to go through and put them all into envelopes. But there's some, like, got some, like this has got, it's going to be kind of hard to see. That's not even halfway full of that size. And then I've got some that just have a little bit. But then I've got this big thing of marigold seeds here. So that's just full. Those won't fit real well in the envelopes. I need to go through and do that one day. Okay, this is dill. Okay. How much time is left? We have 51 minutes. I was just wanting to do about an hour. We got daisies, we got Beatrice. There's more peppers. Jeez. Cilantro. Coreopsis. I have not had good luck with testing my. This is columbine. With testing my marigold seeds. I don't know what it is. I've got no problem growing marigolds from my seed packets that I purchase, but saving the seeds, I can't get them to sprout. Whether it's in the germination testing or just starting seeds. I'll start with the ones that I've saved. And I think over like 3 or 4 years of trying, I've gotten 1 or 2 of my own seeds to germinate. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. I don't know if I don't think they need light. I don't think that they need to have a simulated winter there to be cold stratified. I don't know if it's just the variety that I have. It's maybe a hybrid and doesn't want to make seeds. You know, kind of like you have the seedless watermelon. Not all of them are seedless, but some of them will have little immature seeds in there. And that aren't going to grow. These are columbine seeds. Got one at our last house. Is like a real pretty purpley red columbine. And that was always one of the first flowers to bloom in our yard. So it was also one of the first things to save seeds from. Kind of be careful about columbine though, because it's not good for cats or dogs. We had it in our backyard, but the dogs never paid any attention to it. And I'm always really careful when I'm cleaning the seeds. So if any of these make it, they're going to go out in the front yard where the puppies can't get to it. And I'm going to have to check on these. I don't think they need to be cold stratified. Don't have a tag for those either. What year is this? Don't have a year. But yeah, with the columbine seeds, I'm always really careful to wash my hands real good afterwards. I also try to not touch them if I don't have to. I'm not so much worried about me ingesting any of that stuff, but I'm worried about petting the dog after cleaning columbine seeds. Okay, those ones are probably 22. I'm guessing. Yeah. This was a tag that was outside for a while. I'm guessing it used to be some kind of spinach. Oh no, it was peach. This tag is from Sugar Rush Peach at one point. This is columbine. It's 22. The Sugar Rush Peach is really cool. It's a peach-colored pepper, and it's kind of crinkly, and it's spicy. And our dog Amber would go out there and eat them, and I would have to yell at her. I didn't want her to have fiery poops. But it never seemed to bother her much. I dehydrated some to put into like a pepper mix, and I don't think we've ever ground it up into anything. So there's a bunch of it just dehydrated somewhere. I don't think I have a tag for this. Ooh. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. These are Liatra seeds. And that is kind kind of like a tall, towering purple flower. And the seeds are pretty cool. They've also got little, like, parachute-y guys on them. Two, three. But yeah, if you guys got any questions about saving seeds or how to test your seeds, how to grow anything, just let me know. 2, 6, 7, 8. And I'm pretty sure these are ones that do need to go in the fridge to be cold stratified. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and next time I should probably figure out how to pull up pictures of some of these flowers. That way you can see what they look like when they're blooming. Oh, I do not know how I got all that in there. I kind of got some static cling to them. Yes, that's just chaff. This is 21. Pink. This actually used to say Leatris on it. Something LIT. But we are at an hour now, guys. So I will let you go while I finish doing this. So you all have a good night, and get your seed shopping done early. Look through all those catalogs. And I hope you have a great gardening season coming up. Bye, guys.